Behaviorism is a type of psychology that studies how the environment affects the observable behavior. Many behaviorists believe that individuals acquire and learn all behaviors through environmental stimuli. In other words, nurture plays a huge role in developing behaviors. There's two types of conditioning: classical conditioning and operant conditioning. However, we will go more over operant conditioning. Operant conditioning is a learning process where rewards and punishments occur for behavior. In order to understand behavior, we need to observe the cause of its actions and their consequences. This was the ideal concept from B.F. Skinner. B.F. Skinner was an influential psychologist during the 1930s. He began as an English major but got his master's degrees in psychology at Harvard in 1930 and later got his doctorate a year later. He created the idea of operant conditioning. As we go along operant conditioning, you need to know a few terms. Reinforcement is the responses that increases a behavior being repeated based on the environment, and there could be positive or negative reinforcements. Punishment is the response to weaken a particular behavior. Here is a chart on how Skinner's operant conditioning is broken down. Positive reinforcement occurs when there is a pleasant stimulus, thus creating a particular behavior. Negative reinforcement happens when there is an absence of an unpleasant stimulus, which can increase this behavior. Lastly, punishment occurs when there is a presence of an unpleasant stimulus, which can decrease the behavior. Here is a perfect example of the Skinner box. He developed the Skinner box where he used rats as subjects for this experiment during 1948. Hungry rats were placed in the Skinner box where they would have to press the lever in order to receive food. This causes them to increase their actions in response to getting food pellets. Another group of rats were observed to press the lever so they wouldn't have to get shocked by the electrical grid. This causes them to increase their actions in response to not getting shocked. Here is a summary table on how the experiment was conducted to observe positive and negative reinforcements of the rats. Positive reinforcement was when the consequence of receiving food for pressing the lever will ensure that the rat will repeat this behavior. Negative reinforcement occurred when the consequence of turning off the electrical current will ensure that the rat would repeat this action.